Hello guys, Dama.A2 here, and we're going to be jumping back into the campaign here. It's going to be starting over, like I mentioned. JDog went and updated it on the Steam Workshop, and now it's at version, I think, 36, something like that, 3.6. Anyway, so we're going to be starting the campaign over so we can have a look at some of the newer content that's in there. And before we jump back in there, I wanted to just go over some of these ships here. One or two of them you probably recognize. We will start with this guy right here in the middle, the Thunder Horse Mark II. This thing was having all kinds of problems because it kept flipping over, and it had all kinds of pitch problems. I went and stuck a small jet thruster in the front and in the back to try to control that a bit better, and it seems to be working a hell of a lot better now. I also went and put in some roll thrusters here and here, just to help with the rolling too, because it was kind of all over the place. It had more than enough engine power to deal with it, thankfully. And I forgot to mention this little propeller back here, but yeah, this thing goes up to 52 meters a second now. Yeah. And plan on using it fairly early campaign. So yeah, let's move on to the battleship. I just built this in like a 3 or 4 part series. We have the Blood King class Dreadnought battleship. It has 8 12-inch guns. The centerline secondaries here, they have 200mm shells, which are about 8-inch. There are, I believe, 16 130mm casemates. And we have this wide array of quad autocannon turrets. And we have these little bitty 50 caliber machine guns up here on top of the superstructure. She does about 30 meters a second, I believe. 31. Close enough. And, oh yeah, we forgot about these 8 torpedoes that launch out of the bottom. I think they're like, yeah, explosive frag. Just meant to be a cheap early game battleship. So moving on to the last one here, this is the Crusader torpedo boat. It's meant to be just a bit more heavier than this guy here, and it's got much larger torpedoes. It's pretty fast in its own right, does about 40 meters a second. We have some anti-aircraft guns here, some twin mount Bofors. We have one of these, I think it's a 3.7-inch gun here on the back. And we have the main gun up here. I think it's just, yeah, 1 meter shells. Let's bring the UI back up so you guys can see the stats on this. Yeah, 37.7. And I can't quite remember what kind of shell this thing uses off the top of my head. Yeah, okay. Sabots with those solid warhead bodies. It's going to take a few shots to get through a metal beam, but should do okay-ish as an anti-aircraft gun. And now we got these big old torpedoes here in the middle. Not really a whole lot to them. I wanted to try to keep them short. A trick that I have developed for using torpedoes, though, a lot of times people need to set a bit of a delay between the first one and each one after that launching, so that when they detonate against a hull, they won't like bounce each other off course, stuff like that. This, I went and I changed the ramp time. This one has a ramp time of 1, and this one has a ramp time of 5. That way, one torpedo will speed ahead, and the other one will slowly catch up. And that gives it just a big enough gap to where they're not going to blow each other off course. And that completely saves you from having to mess with the stagger fire. So I hope that's a trick you guys can use. Other than that, there's not really a whole much to this. It's meant to be fast and dangerous. Armor is pretty much crap. I wonder what kind of armor I did on this guy. Yeah, not much better. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, let's go ahead and go into the campaign. Alright, so here we are. Uh, hmm. I think I want to put that to about there. Let's put this at 125. Okay, here we go. I might come back and adjust that. We just have to wait and see. So you guys are probably familiar with all this stuff. We're not going to go over it again. Alright, so the plan is basically the same as last time. Let's just go ahead and pause it. And we're going to pull all. I'm going to do that off camera where basically I'm going to change these mining rigs over to something else. And I'll bring you guys back in once I have something to show you. So be back after a bit. Okay, so here's what I've done off camera here so far. I got our more efficient resource gatherers ready to go. I have started working on a fleet. I got a Crusader and a Thunder Horse ready to go. And I am also putting together an all-nightmare long bomber. That was a request by Corollas Magnus Rex to have in this campaign. I think early campaign it'll probably do just fine. It's a little on the expensive side. I might go back and refit it at some point to where it would be more appropriate to using this because it's still got its detection. It doesn't really need that, and the props on the plane they're still Daddy blades. So yeah, I might rework that here in between episodes and just do a refit for it off camera. So we're just trying to capture all this territory around us. I want to try to see if I can get a hold of this thing because that is going to be super useful to have. And it looks like we're already making a pretty good progress to get it. The Japanese don't seem to want to expand this too quickly just yet. But we're just going to kind of leapfrog and try to take that if we can. This down here looks like we're getting pretty close to it being taken. We just got to finish capturing this town with this guy and just move on. So yeah, I will bring you guys back in once I got something else to show you. Okay, so I was able to take this resource zone down here. So now we got that generating resources for us. I'm kind of just dumping everything into this up here, since I imagine we're going to try to go to war with Austria-Hungary first. And we're getting very, very close to capturing this over here. I imagine probably like in another 10 minutes we'll have this taken, and I am also working on a Led Zeppelin to go and take materials over there. So yeah, I am going to go ahead and pause the recording again, and I'll bring you guys back in once I got something to show you. Alright, so we are just about ready to capture this resource zone. We're already got a 734 capping it. And I'm going to go ahead and put down a resource collector. Well, I am waiting to hit the bottom of the sea there. I have been working on getting a fleet together over here. Got some torpedo boats, a destroyer, and the all-nightmare long medium bomber, and a Sparta Mark II. So that's currently where we're at with things. We still got about a little over 20 minutes before we have to go to war against someone, so I think we're doing good. Last time I wasn't able to capture this resource zone, but so I'm hoping it's going to make a pretty big difference for us. So yeah, I'll pause the recording and I'll bring you guys back in probably about when the council meeting comes up. Alright, so I decided to go ahead and make some changes to the all-nightmare long bomber. I had to make a few adjustments to make sure it'd be able to work in this version. Like rip out the Daddy blades, and I removed all the detection stuff. I balanced it a little bit better. I added some thrusters to try to get better pitch control. And there was a flare launcher here that really wasn't doing much. But yeah, it's getting about 120 some odd meters a second. So I'm pretty happy about that. I also hit all the heavy armor that's here on the bottom. It'll do quite a bit of damage in a single strafing run. I'll come back and do the propellers at another point, but yeah, this thing is kind of scary when it drops its bombs. And of course it decides it wants to make a liar out of me. Come on, let's turn back around. I was holding on to it. That figures. Did we drop our bombs? No, I don't think we did. Come on. Say rocket science. I might have to do some adjusting on that. Thought I had this all worked out. Did I turn off? Nope. Okay, there they go. Yeah, as you can see, lots of damage. Alright, so I'm going to tweak the local weapon controller a little bit more, and we'll get back into the campaign. Okay, so the council is now just starting. Not a lot of really good choices here. Because I'm wanting to go to war with the Austria-Hungary. So the problem is we have a resource zone like right here on the border with them. But I'm thinking since we have the Italians up here to the north, they might not even go after it. They'll probably be more concerned with fighting the Italians. Yeah, these are some really crap options. I guess we'll take this one. Oh, that's crap. Yeah, they got a force out there already. I really do not want to lose that resource zone, but there's like several resource zones out here that we could be capturing, so let's just go ahead and send in our forces and see where we stand afterwards. Yeah, I do not like this at all. Hopefully they'll go after the Italians, at least that's what I'm kind of banking on right now. Would we be able to... Okay. So I think we'll attack this place site here first. Not really a whole lot I could do about this site here, though. Yeah, it's got me kind of nervous now. Anywho, yeah, I'll bring you guys back in once I got this battle set up. Alright, so we have our first battle here set up. There was a little force of torpedo boats that came out of that base that was right here, and we're sending in our air fleet and naval fleet to deal with it. I think I'm going to spawn in on the dive bomber. And we're going to up that battle size. Alright, here we go. And here we go in for the dive. Miss. Well, the destroyer should lay into him pretty good. Oh, this guy is already getting wrecked. Those might hit, because they do have some magnets. Yeah, they blew the hell out of it. All right. How are we doing here? Yeah, dive bomber should have hit that, and the bombs are going somewhere else. Great. There goes some of our torpedoes. I think that guy's pretty much had it. Yep. And that one got the crap kicked out of it too. Awesome. Okay, we're going to pull all and pause. And I need... probably get some double 734s ready. So we're going to pick up 2 of them, I think. Then we're going to try to take at that base. There's like about 100,000 materials sitting there, so these should go up pretty fast. Alright, I'll bring you guys back in once the next battle is set up. Alright, so we are in a good position to attack now. I'm debating on what I want to ride on. I think the bomber. Okay, begin battle. Imagine it's going to be a little while before we're able to jump out. I might try to capture some of these buildings. Especially since there's a house under here. Makes you wonder if that's where SpongeBob lives. And let's get out our minigun. Alright, do we cap it? I think so. Yes, we did. Okay, good. Oh, hello. Killed it. Alright. I think our destroyer went and beached itself. That's a potential problem. This plane is getting destroyed. Yeah, I think it was the... probably the rocket bomber, I reckon. Those things are dirt cheap, though. Let's see if we can get this taken out. Come on, where is the AI for this? Okay, I'll take a 2 damaged. There we go. Do we? Yeah, looks like we got it. Good. Oh, what is this? Okay, it's just a torpedo that probably beaches itself. Sorry if my voice sounds really weird here. I'm just really phlegmy today. Okay, that's 2 damage, so we can move on. And do some wing walking. That must have been the dive bomber then. Shame. It's pretty good. I think we captured that. Yeah. Let's see if we can find the AI in this guy. Yep. Nice. You're gonna pull all? Wow. Okay, those are just... yeah. Alright, well, let me pause the video here and see how much time we got left on this. We got a little bit of time. But we need to bring these guys back a little closer to home. And we need to get that bomber repaired. There, is this not ready to go? Okay, so you're going to capture that. And you're going to start capturing this away. Let's see here. The Japanese still haven't quite made a move in on us here. I'm pretty concerned that one torpedo bomber isn't going to be enough. But again, I'm fairly certain that they're going to probably be going up against Japan. I mean the Italians, so maybe they'll forget about that. I don't know, but that's what I'm hoping for. Just realized something. Actually, let's have you guys go down here so you can pick up all this material. I don't know why I was doing that. And honestly, I probably need another Led Zeppelin, but I'll need the repair version of it because repair tentacles. Hopefully it won't take too long to throw together. But our first assault went pretty well, considering. I'm just really nervous about the Japanese over here. But on the bright side, I was able to get like about 40,000 resources out of this before it got taken. That's an extra plane right there. Can I not get rid of you? Yes, please. And let's just go ahead and scrap all these. Let the aircraft pick them up. Damn shame about the dive bomber. Really? That's all we were going to get? Nope, we're picking up more. Okay. Did we stop? Yeah, I think we stopped. Okay. What's this here? Czar. I don't know if our aircraft would be able to do that on their own. Can you guys repair yourselves? I imagine they may have already. How much time do I got left? Oh yeah, I probably need to wrap this up then. Alright, so, with that said, if you like what you've seen here today, please let me know with a like, comment, or even better, subscription. You guys have yourselves a hell of a day, and keep your aim high. Later.